Hey, welcome to today's live stream. I appreciate you. If you get any value from the live stream, give me a thumbs up. That would certainly help me out. And I will be talking about One Life, if I can get this to stay in there, which is the guide that I created to help people discover their purpose, know themselves, um, know their reason for being, their ikigai, the mission that they came here to do in the world that they're uniquely suited to do. We'll be talking about that throughout the podcast too, because right now I feel it's imperative that people do all those things, turn away from the circus, the media circus, which is the topic of today's live stream, and do your work. In many ways, we have to be like horses with the blinders on in this world, or else we'll get distracted, right? We'll get distracted by the media and used by the media, quite frankly. We don't want to do that. We want to stay on our mission, our singularly focused mission in life, with our goal of being ourselves, doing our work in the world. Steven Pressfield's The Artist's Life. If you don't do your work and create the thing that you are uniquely suited to create, you let down yourself, the angels, God, Steven Pressfield, and all of us. Anyone who is completely distracted and captured, their mind is captured by the media circus that is going on in the world, humanity loses them as a warrior for creating valuable goods and services in the world. We don't want that. What I'm seeing is, it's dawned on me many times, specifically the other day when I was watching on social media. I never watch network news, but I do catch clips and things on social media, unless I'm analyzing it for a video. I never watch network media because I know what it is. It's complete propaganda. That's all it is. It's propaganda to make a person do things they wouldn't normally do and think things they wouldn't normally think. And it's ran by the corporate media giants who have an interest. Their businesses, all tied into the military industrial complex, benefit from the behaviors that they induce people to do. And the reason I say it's just like COVID is because during COVID, as I look back, I don't know if anyone else is looking back. I don't know if anyone else is analyzing. I like to analyze history because analyzing history helps me know the future. I think a lot about the phrase that history doesn't repeat itself, but it does rhyme. I think a lot about that in these times. So I've become a history buff. I never was a history buff before. But in order to understand what's happening now and what could potentially happen in the future, I've been diving into history big time. And I've been looking into Mao, the bullshit that happened in Mao when lots of human beings were unalived. I've been looking into the Bolshevik bullshit, Hitler, Civil War, World War II, and World War I. And this is why I'm not hands off about what's going on in the world. This is why I speak up, because I think back to the parents who sent their sons to be unalived in World War II and I, knowing now, I know now that it was complete manipulation and propaganda and for nefarious purposes. Right. And we weren't told the truth about what the war was really about. We weren't told the truth about what happened in that war. The military industrial complex did benefit. Bankers did benefit. And this is why I tell people, if you only know one thing in this world, know that this world is run by finance. It is run by bankers, and bankers tell politicians what to do. That's the only thing a person needs to know in this world. Bankers and corporations tell people what to do. If you haven't seen clips of, is it Foster Graham, the director and creator of Thrive 1 and 2, go watch those. I'll be sharing. I've got the graphic to share where he shows the pyramid of how the world is structured. And this is the conclusion he came to. He said, it's all run by finance. And I didn't used to know this. I thought, well, the people have a say. The people have run the world through their voting, through their, communities and civic and city. I don't think that way anymore, because especially as I see the world going in weird, wacky ways, no one I know is concerned about climate. Very few people, let's be honest, very few people concerned about climate, or even at the time, COVID, they were concerned about how to pay their rent and whether they have to move or be evicted because they can't afford their rent, how they're going to pay for food, safety in their world. These are the things that people care about. Media has the ability to artificially implant ideas in people's minds that aren't there naturally. This is why I started speaking up during COVID. I was like, I saw people being manipulated externally and doing things they wouldn't normally do. And I was like, holy shit, artificially influenced. And I was like, we got a problem here. We can't live in a world where people are, where their consciousness and minds are captured, and then they're made to believe things that may or may not be happening, and they do things that they wouldn't normally do. That's a major problem. The news is not a source of information. The news is a source of propaganda, right? The news is a source of propaganda. The reason I know this, and I don't know why people don't see this on a mass scale, is that the news is funded by corporations that have a vested interest in getting you to do a certain thing. What percentage? It's very high. I want to say, I don't know. It's above 50, I think. What percentage of advertisers are pharmaceutical companies? It's very high. That alone should make a person turn the media off and never watch it again. They're always selling you some bullshit. I believe there's a mass movement coming that is slow living, simple living, healthy living, focusing on your day-to-day experience and tuning out the bullshit. People are moving away, the people who are conscious and aware are getting out of the system in the mind control aspect of the system in mass, because they see it. They're like, this is bullshit. It is bullshit. I see these Trump rallies, Kamala rallies, these people, they're still looking outward for someone to save them. What the F? Why? How many times do people have to be lied to by these politicians before they wake up and go, you know what? I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm a slow learner. I thought I'd be the last one on the train getting the heck out of Dodge, but apparently not, because I still see people putting their hope and faith in this guy or this gal. I'm like, what are you doing? They all work for the same financiers and bankers and money, and they don't work for us. They don't work for us. But the media is agitating people in the same way they did during COVID times, putting fear in them, putting anger in them, raising tensions. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Once you see the game plan and the strategies and tactics they use over and over again, it becomes like, oh man, nobody sees this shit, or not enough people see this. I don't know what percentage see it. That's the thing. The only way you know what percentage see it is you have to look at the results and the outcome that happened. Many people did what the government wanted them to do during COVID times, which is wild to me, given the fact that the government has a long history of unaliving people all over the world. They're not, from my perspective, they're not in the aliving business. They're not in the, we want to keep you healthy business. We want to keep you well business. They're in the other business. I look at some of the machinery and the equipment the government buys to unalive people. It's wild. Guns and bombs and ships and mini ships and mini guns and mini bombs and mini tanks, fast tanks, stealth tanks, heavy tanks, mine sweeping tanks. destroyer ships, aircraft carriers, drones. I mean, what in the world? Who in the world is looking at the government about the fruits that they produce, or they pay someone else to produce, and think that the government is in the health and wellness and aliving business? It is freaking wild. I'm trying not to swear as much as I have been because it gets out of. It's just, it'll be one big F-bomb fest if I really just let myself go, because it's so frustrating what's happening in the world. And it's the simplest solution in the world. Just turn it off. Turn it off. Turn off the media. Turn off the politicians. These people aren't your friends. They don't care about you. They don't care about any of us. You know, they're laughing all the way to the bank, literally all the way to the bank. They don't care about us. What is the evidence they care? Oh, they keep dangling the carrot. Oh, well, we're going to do this for you. We're going to do. What is Built Back Better? Nothing's Built Back Better. Nothing. I would argue that nothing's been made great again either. Both sides are full of shit. That's my perception. I don't know what other people are looking at, but I'm like, you know, these mofos, they don't care about you. They're in it to win it. They're clearly working another plan. They may say they're working a plan. I think back to the Affordable Health Care Act, 2010, 2011. I haven't noticed anything better. In fact, I think it's more scary. Having centralized power is a bad idea. I don't care whether you're talking about widgets or healthcare or financial or education. What in the world would anyone want a strong centralized power structure sending out? Because then you have to corrupt one guy or one gal. Yeah, I want to go live with the Amish, quite frankly. I want to go be an Amish person and just peace out of this world. Like, peace out, mofos. Good luck and Godspeed. But we're heading in a crazy direction. And again, that's the simplest thing in the world. Unplug. Stop listening to the people. Stop paying attention to the people. Media's whole goal is to manipulate. It maybe didn't used to be. I think it probably always was. There appears to be very few, if any, integrous people in media. And now you have to watch out for compromised assets, media assets, manipulating in social media and in alternative media, right? I can think of a few that probably are like that. And you can tell a compromised media person when they only paint rosy one person, whether that is Donald Trump, whether it is Kamala Harris. You can tell a person like that, whether that is Israel. You can tell. They only say good things, and it's wild to watch, because I want that. My whole goal is I'm an information junkie, because I know information will keep me safe and can potentially keep my family and friends safe. I know information is the way. The CIA is effective, not because they're effective for many reasons, but primarily because they have information. They're an information gathering organization. If you have information, you have everything. That's all the tactics are about. It's all it is. I mean, I would say it's 80%, 90% of anything is information. 90% of winning a war is information. You know, yeah, they have big money, and yeah, they have equipment and tools and assets on the ground, but they have information, right? I would argue that many of the online platforms are strictly to gather information and intelligence. They're probably doing it right now. But when you tell this to the layperson who doesn't think that way, and this is another reason, I don't know why people don't think in a warlike way. In a fallen world where clearly we're being manipulated, why would you not think, how could they be attacking me? Well, they're attacking people via food, via information, psy wars, information wars. They're attacking people via financial wars, physically for sure. Many aspects, attacking the nuclear family, attacking, through a gender war, attacking through an identity war. causing people to question their identity, that's fundamental. That is fundamental. There are many levels in a fallen world how you could be attacked. And I would encourage people to investigate that, because the last thing you want is to be a pawn in a game, in a next level psychological warfare game, and you don't even know it. You don't even know it. This is why I got out of the New Age movement, quite frankly. Not saying that there isn't some value there, that it didn't have, because the devil weaves an intricate web, pulling truth and lies together and weaving them together, so it's difficult to extrapolate them. But this is why I got out of that, because I was like, oh, this is a continuous loop. It puts me in the center of the situation, which on one level is true. What I think about, I can bring about. What I focus on expands. I mean, that's the whole idea of focus and flow. That is also the idea of One Life, right? Working your mission, strategies and tactics. What One Life is a game we play in our mind, right? Life is a mind game, 80 to 90%. It's a mental game. The other day, someone corrected me, a friend corrected me when we were having a conversation, and I said, oh, you have to do this thing. And she said, no, he gets to do the thing. Big time. Shift in perception, right? Have to versus get to. Oh, I have to make this video a day, because part of One Life is also Media Business Blueprint, which is everything that I've learned from 10 years making content and doing a podcast of 150 episodes, writing 4 books, doing social media, watching, I never say I did this, watching my Instagram account. Well, watching my YouTube channel grow from 0 to 2,000 plus people. Thank you if you're a subscriber. I appreciate you very much. Watching my Instagram account grow from 800 pre-COVID to 43,000 to date. I never say I did it. I just watched it happen, because I was expressing myself, talking about things that are important to me. Problems I see in the world, solutions that I see to those problems in the world, informing people. See what I am, I'm an infotainer, right? Because I know people aren't going to watch if you're only going A, B, C, D. Some people will, some weird people like me. I'm like that. I'll watch it if it's boring, but most people won't put the time in if it's boring. The other day, someone close to me said to me, I need to be entertained. We all need to be entertained. That's why whatever content we create has to have an element of entertainment in it. Dave Bautista said that he was on what show was it? The Graham Norton show, I believe, a while ago. And this is all in Media Business Blueprint. These are strategies and tactics. Someone was talking about their work in the entertainment world, or in television or media. And Dave Bautista said, it's what entertainment value you bring. It's all about the entertainment value you bring, coming out of World Championship Wrestling, acting, etc. Paramahansa Yogananda said, we're here to entertain and be entertained. Whatever we're doing has to be entertaining. It has to be interesting. Dave Chappelle said, someone gave him advice years ago saying, whatever you're doing, at least be funny or interesting, right? So that's, again, all baked into the Media Business Blueprint, which is currently a part of One Life. All of my products, all of my books, 5 of my books, Media Business Blueprint, everything I've ever done is part of One Life. So because it's one all-in-one product that is a system for living, that is a project management tool, a knowledge management system, a project management system, a mission management system. You could call it that. I haven't used that term before, but it's a system to help you do your work in the world. to help you be the person God created you to be. Now more than ever, it's vitally important now more than ever. Again, you can learn more at thisismyonelife.com. There's links on my social media, on my Instagram page at gmarkphillips. I'm everywhere online at gmarkphillips, and you can learn more via those links or at thisismyonelife.com. But it's the tool that I use to do my purpose in the world. My purpose in the world is to share knowledge and information, because I naturally, this is one of the secrets of finding out what you came here to do in life. Go with the flow. Back to focus and flow. Go with the natural flow. What are you naturally doing right now in life, or have done in life, that other people don't naturally do? One of those things is seek knowledge and information. I collect books. That's why I don't have it in front of me now, but that's how I found John or Richard Bolles. I always want to say John. Richard Bolles' book, How to Find Your Mission in Life, which I recently did the first episode of Inside of One Life. There's a monthly series where I pick a topic, and you can find it on my Instagram channel. I posted a while back, but the first one was How to Find Your Mission in Life, because it's vitally important. That will be up on the website very shortly at thisismyonelife.com, which is, again, it's these monthly Zoom hangout video calls where we talk about, and I'll answer questions, and we'll have a dialogue and a conversation about different topics related to helping you do your mission in life, do your work, because everything that a person wants is tied up into their mission in life, right? Expressing yourself with a capital S, who you are, what you came to do here. That's all it is. That's all life is. And this is why it's very important to me to pull people out of that beast system. Don't watch the media. Don't give your time and attention. Don't give the media your most valuable asset, your consciousness. Don't give those SOBs your most valuable, two of your most valuable assets, your time and your attention. Don't give that to them. They don't deserve it. Don't give it to them. Use it to build what you came here to build. Use it to create what you came here to create. Attention is currency in our world. You do not want to give your attention to things that are definitely going to hurt you and mislead you and interfere with your mission. And you definitely don't want to give your attention to silly, useless things. From time to time, yes, entertain yourself and, zone out on a movie or some kind of a comedy thing or a travel, whatever your thing is. But know that that's a relaxation and a leisure experience, not a de facto, okay, here's for 3 hours, I'm going to watch this thing. Above and beyond that, I look at some of the, not movies, what are they, series coming out on Apple or Hulu. They look like they're horror shows. They're fear instigators. They're anxiety creators. They're weird. They're dark and demented and twisted. All of this like dystopian future. Again, what we focus on expands. What we think about, we bring about, right? If we focus on the blessings that we have in life and the opportunities we have, we're going to do those things. If we focus on that it's all shit, and believe me, I sometimes focus on the fact that sometimes I wake up in the morning and I'm like, oh, this world's all shit. It's going to shit. And I just hang out there for a while. It's super detrimental to our mission in life. We have so much work. Every human being has so much work to do in the world. We don't have time to focus on that. And I do it frequently, especially in the world right now, because again, I feel we're in a high level psychological warfare situation, a high level info war. That's what I feel, like next level, the most cutting edge tactics and strategies that the enemy is using to distract us from our purpose and capture our consciousness. That they're manipulating people. Then they use the media and movies and books and celebrities and politicians and public health officials and all the other people to manipulate people. And again, it's all based on money. They can manipulate people to do things that enrich them or that put those people in an enslavement type of situation. Debt slaves. It's all, this world is run by finance. That's why my suggestion, to the degree that you can, cut away those chains that are binding you to this slave world of finance, because as you know, their game will change. I saw a meme a while ago. It's heartbreaking. The guy was like, yeah, I finally made it to middle class. He's happy in one picture. The next picture, he's crying because he's like, and then I realized, inflation and all this shit, I'm back to being poor. No shit. The game is rigged. Many people are waking up to it. Many people wake up and go, oh, I'm a slave in a rigged game. I'm not going to play the game anymore. I'm going to cash out and get out of the freaking game. Why would you keep playing a game that is rigged? I don't know why. Because every time you get a little bit ahead, they're going to move the goalposts. They're doing it. They're doing it already, right? Many people in our world have worked 20, 30, 40 years, have a nest egg. Many don't have any nest egg at all, though. Many have a nest egg. That nest egg now buys 75% of what it used to, maybe 50% of what it used to. So they now are locked in. Oh, I've got to keep working. And I'm not, and let's be clear, work is good for the soul. Doing your work in the world is why we came here in the world. Doing our work in the world, doing our ikigai, our reason for being, fulfilling our mission. Work is good for the soul. But when you're working in a beast system type of situation, it's not good for the soul. You're actually helping the beast system grow and enslave people. And right now we need everyone to unplug from the beast system. The other day I didn't know about this, but I heard employees at Kellogg's were striking, were doing a march out. And I heard it was about, fact check me on this, because I didn't see this firsthand, that company putting dyes into the food. That's people waking up, becoming conscious and aware of what their time and effort is doing to hurt other people. And they're going, no, we don't want to play that game anymore. Right. I think by now, most people know that a lot of our food ingredients you don't find in other countries, because other countries know better. They're not as corrupt as the United States. And I would even go as far as saying evil. It's not even about being corrupt. Like the United States has far gone past making money. Now it's just like, I think they sit back there and go, what kind of shit can we put in this food to F with these mofos? Can we put more seed oils in? Can we put higher? We have fructose or corn syrup. We have high fructose corn syrup. How about high fructose corn syrup? How about ultra high fructose corn? How high do you want to go with the bullshit you put in the food? That stuff can lead to prediabetes. Mess with your whole body. The other day, a doctor was on YouTube. This is why we're at such an amazing time in the world right now. People are sharing information like never before. And I foresee an incredible health revolution coming, an incredible renaissance, quite frankly, in all areas: health, wealth, success, relationships, productivity, business. I see an incredible revolution. The other day, a doctor was on there saying, hey, don't use mouthwash with alcohol and or sugars in your mouth, because it's your mouth is linked to your gut biome and it can mess with your gut biome. I mean, many people know that for a long time. You don't want to, just like you don't want to use antibacterial hand sanitizers on your body. We have good bacteria and bad bacteria. You don't want to destroy the good bacteria on your skin. But this is why whenever I go into a restroom, I'm always looking at the soap thing going, does this have some funky ingredients in it? Triclosan is one of them. It's an antibacterial. There's probably many antibacterial. Don't use antibacterial anything. We're like predominantly bacteria, and that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. We're bacteria, and you want to keep the good bacteria thriving, and the bad bacteria, keep it to a minimum. This is why sugar's so detrimental. Sugar feeds candida in the body, and then your body gets out of balance and out of whack, and then you feel lethargic. You get, the sugar crash, all sorts of bad things. Sugar messes with those things. I don't know all the details, but they're called telomeres, and they're the way that information is transferred, to my knowledge, from cells. Sugar messes with all those things. And guess what about sugar? Well, we don't want to make that sign. We'll make this sign. Zero nutritional value. It's pointless to eat sugar. Tastes good, but it is pointless. And I eat it sometimes, but I'm very cautious and aware. And the thing about getting off sugar is once you get off sugar, you don't crave it anymore because your body rebalances and you don't crave it. And then when you eat a piece of fruit, it's totally delicious. Nature's candy. My favorite fruit, nature candy, is dried mangoes. Oh my gosh, delicious. I just eat the whole bag. I mean, there's nothing else in there other than mangoes. It's seriously nature's candy. But many people are waking up. You can't have the explosion of information and sharing of knowledge and information and not have people wake up. So no wonder the Great Awakening is happening with the Great Reset, right? No wonder it's happening. And it's going to come down to down to the wire kind of a time. Like, I don't know what's going to happen. Time will tell what's going to happen, but it is wild. It is a wild ride. Keeps you on the edge of your seat, but my message in this episode is look back on what they did to us during COVID with the media manipulation, and then look at what they're doing right now. They're creating fear, they're creating anxiety, they're creating lots of tension, they're polarizing people. They show you what they want you to see. They show us what they want us to see. And it's always in the benefit of what they're doing. These people are next level maniacal geniuses. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you. Go check out thisismyonelife.com. It's an entire life planning system. It's a game. It's integrated in as a knowledge management system, specifically tailored to you, a personal or a productivity system, and a personal development system. I'll give you a secret. The core of One Life is personal development. That's all it is, because you're the player in the game of life. You're playing your game. You're playing the game. When we improve ourselves as the player, all areas of our life will improve, right? And this is improving our qualities, characteristics, and attributes, improving our mindset and our skill set and our heart set. Everything goes better when we improve ourselves, because we are touching all of those 8 areas of life, right? Health, relationships, travel and leisure, philanthropy, business and career, environment, which is your home and garden. I'm missing one. I always miss one, but there's 8 areas of life. And when we get better, all those 8 areas get better. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you. Leave me a thumbs up if you like it. And I would love to have you as a subscriber everywhere online, including YouTube here at G. Mark Phillips. Until next time, I wish you all the best health, wealth, and success. Protect your most valuable asset, which is your mind and your consciousness. Have an awesome day. Bye-bye.